Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the show. I'm calling this Poorly Planned Reviews. It's where I get sent a shoe from a brand. I tell you a bit about it without any of the nerd tech talk, just give you my thoughts on it. Then I'm going to go take it out for a run and I'm going to come back and check in and tell you what I think. Today we're talking about the On Cloudboom Max. It's a brand new super shoe from On, a new type of shoe from On actually. It's kind of being dubbed as like a super shoe for the everyday runner. So a lot of us everyday runners, like if you're running 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours for the marathon, the super shoe that the world record holders are wearing might not be the right shoe for you. So On are trying to combat that issue. So it does borrow a lot from their top of the line Cloudboom Strike, which is this right here. This is my favorite shoe at the moment. This is what I'm going to be wearing for the Sydney Marathon. It borrows a lot from this, but with a few really key differences as well. So it does have a speed board. Pretty much every On shoe has a speed board. I've been doing this for years and years and years. So we of course see a speed board in that. It's not the really sort of aggressive, poppy carbon speed board that you're going to see in the Cloudboom Strike. It's going to be a little bit friendlier and more forgiving. You can see it there. You can also see it sort of come through in the forefoot as well. Upper is a lot more plush. So if we think about race shoes, like race shoes are designed to save every gram that they can. And what that can sometimes do is create friction for people. So you can get like some rubbing on the top of your foot, maybe create some blisters, maybe get a bit of a sweat on. And so On have really gone towards all day comfort for people with the upper. So it's a much more, I would say, traditional upper that you're used to seeing on like a super trainer. And that's probably how I would categorize this shoe for a lot of people. Like, I believe this is being pitched at sort of 3.5 hour, 4 hour marathon. It's a great shoe for them. But I'll probably still wear this for a lot of kind of easy days, tempos, long runs. Like I would say this is probably heading towards super trainer category. Still does have a speed board, as I mentioned, like it's pretty stiff, thick layer of foam. I think it's about a 4 mil stack, and I only know that because I know that the Strike is a 4 mil stack, and I'm pretty sure they would have made them the same. So it is going to be a really good shoe for long runs as well. You're going to recover, you're going to pull up pretty well, and that's the whole idea behind this shoe for, I guess, the everyday runner running a marathon. So I think the one thing that obviously is like, well, the two things that are really noticeable when you have the Strike and the Cloudboom Max next to each other is obviously the Strike is super, super light. It's got a one-piece upper, which I really love. Because this does it, and so this is heavier, but you're going to get that in a lot of super trainers. I think the Super Blast 2 is pretty heavy, and I'm sure some others are as well. The Boston, I don't know if I'd class that as a super trainer, but I think that's pretty decently heavy as well. And it has a more traditional footbed, typical kind of insole. Whereas the Strike, I actually don't know if people have seen this. This is one of my favorite things about the Strike. I don't know if people are aware of this. This is the insole. It's essentially like a whole extra layer. And On have a cool name for this. But again, this show is called Poorly Planned Reviews. I don't know what they call it, but it's like a beast of an insole, which I really love. And if you take that out, you can see the full carbon plate from the Strike. This is not a review of the Strikes, but I do love it, and I can't wait to wear this fresh pair in Sydney. But again, the Cloudboom Max is going to take a lot of things from the Strike and just do it a little bit differently for the everyday runner. I'm now going to go and wear this for a couple of days. Can't wait to check back in and let you know how it goes. Oh, also one thing before I go, we should mention the light spray as well. Like we talk about this is an extreme example of removing anything unnecessary for elites on race day, but it's also a shoe that is not made for everyone. This is a shoe that I think initially was made for Hellen Obiri, tackling the hills of Boston. So does that mean that this is a shoe that a 3 hour or a 3.5 or a 4 hour marathon I should be wearing? Probably not. I don't really know. But it talks to kind of the use case for something like the Cloudboom Max. So yeah, excited to check it out. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, guys, we're back. I went for a run in the Cloudboom Max this morning. I'll pop it up on the screen for you now. So the first thing I thought was, this is like really giving Super Blast vibes to me. They're really poppy off the toe. Like it just, you can definitely feel that there's a plate there or a speed board here. A little bit heavy. Like I compared it, when I got home, I compared it to a couple of shoes. I compared it to the Super Blast 2 and the dirtiest pair of New Balance SC trainers going around. Because these, I mean, this is definitely, the Super Blast 2 is definitely a super trainer. This is kind of a super trainer, I think. It's, you know, it's a play with high stack shoe. And I think that's where this is. This just feels a little bit heavier, but probably a better upper, I would say, than the Superblast 2, and a little bit more stable than the SC Trainer. Now, everyone's going to want different things out of their shoes, but so I just did an hour or just under an hour, and it felt pretty easy to get going. Like it's definitely pushing you forward and giving you some momentum. Still that typical on feel. Ons to me feel really responsive. I just got another pair of Cloud Monsters. I just really like that on feel. And this definitely has that on feel. Really plush upper. Like that was super noticeable. And that forefoot really noticeable as well. So loved all that. I'm a size 11.5 or 11 in these shoes. I think these came in at about 300 grams. The SC Trainers were about 285. And I think the Superblasts were maybe 270. I'm definitely going to keep using this shoe. I'm going to use this for long runs, for easy jogs, just for, probably 3 or 4 runs a week. Any day where I've just got like 50 minutes or an hour on the schedule, I'll wear these. And I think I'll probably wear them on my Sunday long run as well, because I think I'm going to pull up pretty nice in them. I don't know when this is out. I thought it was going to be out by now. This shoe, on the On website. I just checked this morning. It's not there. I don't know. Cool. Should be out by the time you see this though, hopefully. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I'm thinking it's going to be Supertrainer price. So it's going to be like around that 350 range somewhere, I reckon. Yeah, I think they pretty much nailed it. I think V2 will just strip out a little bit of weight. I reckon they'll pull a little bit of weight back from that upper. They might take a little bit off the outsole. But yeah, exciting new shoe. Love to see it. That's it for this episode of Poorly Planned Reviews.